That's the amazing thing about this country.
It is amazing. Do you have a strategy, a philosophy for school shootings? Should there be armed guards at the schools? Should the teachers be armed? What is the solution? How do we combat this?
I've been discussing this with a couple of independent school district police chiefs recently. So I got a lot of information about this. It's multi-faceted solution, more than one solution. Number one, our schools need to have a different structure. And what I mean by that, we need to put the money into bulletproof glass for our classrooms, including the doors, and make those safe rooms that you just can't shoot through. We need to have limited access to our schools. Our schools have 20, 30 doors where you can come off the street and walk in anywhere. Need to have limited access to our schools. We need to have a system to communicate to the staff when we have an incident. In many of our school shootings, one area of the school didn't even know what was happening compared to the other side of the school. The old intercom system just is not 21st century solution to this complex problem. When we had the intercom system, they never would imagine school shootings when that was created. Next is a touchy subject, but I've mentioned it before. We need to be able to, through primary care for our young people, identify mental health and have access to quality mental health for our young people. Not that mental health equals school shooting. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying early identification can lead to mitigating it evolving to a violent circumstance. That's what I mean.
We know in profiling that with leakage, 80-some% of these shooters tell somebody what they're going to do and when they're going to do it before they do it.
Right.
And 60-some-odd% tell 2 or more people what they're going to do and when they do it before they do it.
Right. The Parkland shooting is case study Exhibit A.
Time and time again, they write manifestos. They tell people, don't go to school today. I'm going to do this. They do that. People fear becoming a big brother society. It's not a big brother society if you go to someone in authority. Telling is not tattling. If a kid is told that somebody is going to do an act of violence and they go to someone in authority, someone in responsibility, and report that, they're saving the shooter's life.
Right.
They're saving the children's lives at school because if the shooter is stopped, then his life is not ruined.
Right.
And then all the people that he's going to shoot's lives are saved as well. That's not a big brother society.
It's not.
That's actually saying this is a person in pain. This is a sick person that needs help, and I think they're serious.
And I think the last step is probably the most difficult for our country right now is we need to give, through our legal system, judges the authority to issue warrants to confiscate guns when those circumstances exist. That you make the case for it, and if the parents own guns, they got to give them up under a judge's order. If Uncle Johnny has a gun, we need to know what the family circumstances are and bring that to a judge and be able to confiscate some of these guns in the circumstances where someone has threatened and there's a mental health issue. Mental health and access to guns is a bad recipe. But let's bring it to the courts. Let's not have this, because we're a country of laws. Our country is based on law. Let's bring it to the courts. Let's give these judges this authority to issue these protective orders to confiscate guns when these circumstances of these threats from young people exist, so that we can stop some of this violence. Not all of it. Some's going to slip through the cracks, but let's make a better effort than we're making now.
I'm a strong supporter of our rights, but with our rights come responsibilities.
Very much so.
If you step up and make terroristic threats, you forfeit certain rights.
Yes.
I think there has to be due process, but I think it can be speedy and responsible.
Right.
But you have to act on these things so we can start saving these children.
We can do more than hunch our shoulders and pray.
Yeah,
we can do much more than that.